Excellent bit of goalkeeping. Good bit of play again from Thomas. Coming inside, laid it off for Votor. He had the shot one time and a good save. Diving to his right and pushing it out was Blake. Excellent bit of goalkeeping. But let's have a look at it again, Brent.
Well, it's good play by Arima North. We did say if they were able to get the ball down the flank, they may get some joy. That's a good save there by the goalkeeper. Just getting the slightest of touches and pushing that onto the bar. That could have so easily been 1-0. And it was really, Colin, one of the first opportunities Arima North went down the flank.
Well, the corner taken, headed away, but running after it, in fact, was Thomas, and it comes right back across field, but no dark blue shirts are there, so it's going to be a goal kick for El Dorado North. But yes, it was the Thomas on that far side, Brent, he's got some speed. Karimbokas tried to stay with him, and give Karimbokas credit. When he couldn't go up the line, he cut back inside beautifully, sent it across. He was looking for Votor, and I think it was Jurity, the man coming in, took the shot. And
he does look a handful, Thomas. He does, and it's a pity really that Arima North haven't really gotten him into those position where he's isolated in 1v1 situations, because he does look like he have a trick or two up his sleeve, that's for sure.
Well, this is Jones, but Dyer, ball coming off of Dyer, so it's going to be a throw for Arima North. Jones is the man who's going to take the throw. Gets it to Jurity, he gets it to Seals, and Seals can't keep it in. It's going to be a throw now going the other way. Still, we await the first goal in this second East Zone Intercol, Coca-Cola Intercol final. Oh, sorry, the quarter-final. Getting ahead of myself again. Castle, or Delicia with that overhead kick. This is Seals. Jurity.
That's well played. Won. Yeah, it was.
That's Ceres, still Ceres, but they finally give it away. Oh, he's brought down the man.
Yeah, it's just
a little bit of frustration there.
Yeah, it's a bit of miscommunication there, where he felt that his teammate there, Hinkson, would have taken over possession. But they've done well in the middle of the park.
Oh yeah,
El Dorado. There's some industry in there.
So Gomez with the free kick gets it up to Votor. Votor getting it back to Jurity. And it's going to be a throw for Arima North. The ball, in fact, coming off of Hinkson. This is Seals. Getting it to Jurity. Goes back towards Ramdial Singh. Gomez does well. Plays that ball forward, and the middle of the field now is in possession. Looks like Jones getting that ball forward, but it's picked up by Bourne. He gives it away straight back towards Votor, and that's good. Dyer had to come all the way back. Does well defensively, and then sends a good ball to Delicia. He can't control it, but he gets help from Ramdial Singh. Coming forward is Joseph. Sends it forward to Votor. What was he doing there? Not too sure. This is Bourne to Castle. Oh, he gives it away. Well won by Jurity. He can't control it. Castle does well. Gets it to Dyer. Back to Castle. Castle seems to be at the heart of most of the moves. Sends a good ball down the right side. Dyer.
Oh, I tell you.
Dyer with Ramdial Singh. Still Dyer does well. Turns his man.
It's well defended at the end. Still in, but he stuck with it.
Yep, he did.
Just when you thought he would have lost the battle. But El Dorado showing a bit of bite here.
And this is couldn't control it, Delicia. That's a good one too. This is Chai Hong.
It's good skill.
Still Chai Hong. sudden, El Dorado has come strongly into this game. It's going to be a free kick for Arima North.
And a lot of it is because of the midfield play of Hinkson and Ceres. Again, look at this bit of skill here. Eluding his man, leaving him for dead. Chayong. And of course, eventually, the ball going towards Arima North, and they have to be careful, Arima North, because as I said, the longer this game goes on, the confidence of El Dorado is seemingly increasing.
But no, and I'll tell you what, 25 minutes have gone, but they've got some good individual players.
Yeah.
You talked about those guys, you talk about Castle. The coach, I think, mentioned before the start of the game to watch out for Delicia up front.
Yeah.
And he hasn't really got into the game very much. But, they seem to have some very good individual players that can turn this game.
Of course, technical director Spicer there on the bench. Very much attached with El Dorado for quite a long time. I think if you were to look at people that built the El Dorado program, you may have him, of course, Jap Brown as well from Trent City, well-known coach.
That's right.
As well.
You've seen there Lazana Leibert. He is the manager of the...
I'm not sure why he's giving instructions. Stay clear of that.
Well, maybe he's asked if anybody needs water. Here is a ball played downfield looking for Dyer, but it's Ramdial Singh in possession. He does well. Gets it to Gomez. Gets it to Jones. Gomez is on the other side. He's the right back, whereas Jones is the left back for Arima North. Alicia goes up.
That's
heads
a
it
foul.
on.
Yeah, that's I'll be surprised if he isn't booked here, because he was very late, Colin, and I would have to say it was dangerous. Torres, of course, feeling the crunch of it. I'm surprised, Colin, you didn't say that's a Brent Sancho challenge.
Well,
is it that...
It's too early. It's too early in the game.
Is it that you're changing your ways?
No, it's a little too early in the game. I thought Ramdial Singh was... he was late. He was attempting to get the ball, trying to get the ball, but he was far too late. And I think the referee's done well. He's hasn't booked him. I think it's
might have been harsh.
a good one. Yeah, I thought it's. I didn't think it was a tackler. He was trying to win the ball. It's just that he was late. So it's a free kick for El Dorado. I would expect Castle is going to line up behind this ball. Is he going to go for goal from here? It's a long way out.
It's Intercol football, Colin. Anything can happen.
Oh, he's looking up, and it's no real wall. Just there is a three-man wall now for Arima North, and Castle. It's going for goal. No, it's come off the feet of the wall. It goes out to Hinkson. Hinkson turning and twisting with it, but can't do very much. And in fact, it's sent downfield by Karen Bokas, and then the shot comes, goes over the bar. It's going to be a goal kick for Arima North. So this is Joseph for Arima North. It's not controlled, and in fact Hinson, but he loses out very quickly as Noriega was the man playing that ball wide, and then into Votor. He's twisting, turning with it. Still, and he's got a penalty.
Oh boy.
Votor was twisting, turning with it, and eventually...
There's a lot of protest though by
Well, I'll have to have a look at it again.
Yeah, we would, certainly.
It was a spectacular, he went down spectacularly, no doubt. Let's have a look. He was twisting and turning with it.
Yeah, he controlled it well here. I think he goes back out. Is it? Well, here it is, Colin. Is it here? Couldn't really get a good look at it. There was a trailing leg, but I'm not sure. Certainly the fall. It's not the impact.
The fall was spectacular.
Very.
I think Karen Bokas was the man coming across and trying to just Yeah, he was coming across and he tried to play it, and then he may have just caught Votor. I think Votor is the man who's got up, and he's going to take the penalty himself. So, in the 31st minute, can Votor make it 1-0? No, it's there, but the rebound goes to Jurity.
Well, he's offside. I'm very sure he's offside.
Yes. It's going to be a free kick.
Yeah, he's offside. I looked at where he started his run from.
Yeah. But it's a very good decision, I think, from referee Williams. And we'll have a look at it again in a minute. But it was a poor penalty kick. Give goalkeeper Blake credit though. He stood his ground. It came off of him. And Jurity running in, put in the rebound. Let's have a look at first in the penalty. Let's look at Karen Bokas coming across. That's where it probably is.
Yeah, it was contact.
Yeah,
so
Karen Bokas coming across.
It was a good penalty.
And this is the penalty.
But it was poorly executed, straight down the middle.
So it's going to be a free kick. So the excitement has started here just about after the half an hour. 32 minutes we've now been playing for. And here is Arima North looking to go up that side. And Thomas, a missed kick there from Karen Bokas. Oh, he's pushed it too far ahead of him. I tell you what, Brent, he's the kind of player that excites you when he gets going. But he pushed that a little too far ahead of him. And it's going to be a throw for Arima North.
Well, of course, for some of the viewers that are asking the question, it's law 11 of offsides. Of course, a player that ends up being actively involved when a penalty is taken, like the goal scorer, well, the goal that was chalked off, is offside.
Yeah, that's correct. Well, here is the man who actually scored the goal that was offside, Jurity. He's another live wire for Arima North. Does well. Gets it back to Gomez. Gets it to Votor. Thomas. Back to Jurity. But that's not a good ball, and it's going to be a goal kick for El Dorado North. So, Arima North throwing away the opportunity to go in front here in this East Zone Coca-Cola Intercol quarter-final. The ball coming off the head of Jones goes to Ramdial Singh, and Delicia doesn't give up, and he wins the throw. So goalkeeper Jahim Blake, the hero so far for El Dorado.
Well, just for correction, Colin, of course, the referee blew the whistle because the player had encroached and crossed the line. So stand corrected.
Yeah, he encroached. Yeah. Not offside.
Yeah, not offside. It's encroachment, and he would have crossed the line. It's very, very few times you see that given. And while we're saying that, St. Benedict's College is up by 7 goals to 0.
And 10 minutes have gone?
Yeah, to 15.
You're very unkind, Brent.
No, we're actually into the second half.
St. Benedict's, they're going to take a lot of beating in this intercall. You have to say, if they don't get complacent, Brent, they must be the favourites.
Yeah, it's. I do think, however, though, Colin, that South Zone is very, very tricky. Arima and Presentation. Yeah. Two teams that are very likely to have a say in whether or not St. Benedict's are to go all the way.
That's a foul on Seals. by Ceres. So it's going to be a free kick. Of course, the under 17 goalkeeper, national goalkeeper, is in fact Jaheim Blake Brent from El Dorado. So he must know a thing or two about goalkeeping.
Exactly.
Is referee Williams. And this is Jurity with the free kick. He's gone for goal. He hit that with some power, I tell you. Came off the wall. And it's going to be a corner, a right-sided corner for Arima North. They have seemed to have now started to take back control of the game.
They had
since
about
the penalty.
10 minute.
There was a 10-15 minutes of El Dorado put them under pressure.
El Dorado really taking it to them. It's been a seesaw battle. And credit El Dorado for coming out here.
It's been a good game, I think. When you know, there's no team really that you could have to say that dominated. It's been a good end-to-end stuff. Here is the corner from Jones and goes right across the goal, eventually cleared downfield. Delicia looking to give chase as Ramdial Singh does well, but
it's a good ball.
Loses out as that ball is played.
Keeper has come a long way.
He had no chance to get that. It was played long by Dyer looking for Delicia. And the keeper, he saw some danger, but certainly
he wasn't going to get to the danger.
The defenders had it. Defenders had it under control. And sometimes you just wonder if a keeper, what sort of thought processes that is a cross ball.
I have never, Colin, tried to even read goalkeepers. They are a species by themselves. What's their thoughts? What's their next actions? I stay very clear of that, goalkeepers. Special breed.
They certainly are.
First of all, you have to be a special breed to want to go in the goal.
Another favorite, Brent Sawan North. They're leading 3-0 against Holy Cross.
Yeah. So I wonder how many goals Larry Noel had in that.
3. I think so far the form book is pretty good.
I think San Juan North would be bitterly disappointed in their performance against Fatima College, albeit of course Fatima College played very well. As we take another look at this crunching late challenge, didn't get much of the body, but enough to suggest that it is a foul. But San Juan North, Colin, didn't play up to their standards by any means, but a lot of it was down to the way Fatima played
and I agree
against
with that.
them.
My thought process on that game was that too much the dependency too much was on Noel and Swede.
Yeah, and Swede
and
and
I
Noel.
thought the other players didn't live up to expectation. And you talk about other players, they've got some very good midfielders. This is a really good play by Delicia, keeping that in. Yeah, they've got some other players that could have stepped up. And
we
they
talk
just
a lot
didn't step up.
about the middle of the park for San Juan North, and it just didn't happen for them, and as much as you can talk about them not playing well, you would have to, when you are saying that, also talk about how well Fatima played against them and made sure that they didn't get any joy.
Yeah, they did their homework and it paid off.
Yeah.
Here is the throw. Foul throw by Bourne. So it's going to be a throw for Arima North. Coming up to 40 minutes of this game. A little surprised we haven't seen a goal yet, Brent.
Not only that, we haven't seen a lot of goal mouth action.
No, it's been a lot of midfield play. Both defenses have held up well, I think.
Yeah, they've been solid. Both teams have been very aggressive. Here we go again.
But
with of course, coming out and winning it.
This is Delicia, but he can't get control of it. Chai Hong was the one who was trying to get Delicia away. Thomas playing that long ball to no one in particular. Goes all the way to goalkeeper Blake.
But we did wonder whether or not, of course, Arima North would have one eye on, of course, the Big Five competition. That gives them, if they are successful, if they do finish in the top three, an opportunity to go up to the Premiership.
Yeah.
And you wonder if watching this first half, if their mind may be playing on the fact that they would want to be, of course, doing well in that competition, as we've both agreed. If you had a choice, if you gave Arima North a choice, I'm very, very sure they would choose. Premiership. Yeah, the promotion.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. But I wouldn't. I would hate to think that that's what they're looking at in terms of moving forward. This is Intercol, and you've got to give your best. You can't be studying another competition when you've got to give your best on this. So it's going to be a free kick for El Dorado North. Long ball played forward, but it's intercepted by Jones. This is Durity. So fouled by Arima North, was it?
I think certainly, Colin, going into the half, Coach Lyndon Andrews will have to look at, I think,
what's he going to do different?
I think tactical changes in terms of course, trying to, this man here, getting him on the ball a lot more often.
Yes,
they've got to find a way.
This is Thomas. Looks to go through one or two players. And
he's a handful.
Yeah, he is.
He's a handful, and he's not seen enough of the football.
But is he getting the support up there? You know, a lot of the times he seems to isolate him.
Yeah, and that comes into the tactical changes. Yeah. Maybe a situation of playing him through the middle, or of course.
I like him on wide.
But you have to get the ball out there.
Yeah, I like him wide. He's got the speed. He seems to be good with the ball at his feet as well, dribbling, coming inside.
Well, you want to get him in isolated positions, and to do that, you have to switch the point of attack a little bit faster. And I think that's the problem that Arima North is having.
That's right.
Is that they're really struggling to of course, transfer the attack to the opposing side to find them in, of course, isolated situations. Poor corner.
Yeah, really poor corner from Jones. He's admonishing himself, but really a bad corner.
Back to the Thomas point, I think a lot of it is because of the success in the middle of the park by El Dorado. They've not allowed Arima to get any chance or opportunity to impose themselves in this game. Hence the reason we've not seen really Thomas finding himself, because the supply line has been cut off.
Well, here is Arima North again looking to come forward. Castle wins it. He's looking to come forward with it, but he loses out quickly as Arima North back in possession, and Thomas decides to go back towards Joseph, but towards Gomez, and he loses out as it's Chai Hong still trying to go down that left side, but the ball is played back to Hinkson, gets it to Chai Hong, sends it in field, looking for Delicia. It's cleared away by Jones, but only as far as Castle, and he's trying to play that ball wide towards Dyer, and it's a little bit too straight and goes into the hands of the goalkeeper Diaz for Arima North. St. Augustine Valencia, that should be an interesting game, Brent. 3-3 at halftime.
I tell you, we've really heard some very, very, not today, but of course throughout this Intercol series, this Coca-Cola Intercol series. I can remember you telling me 5-2 to Tranquility against Queen's Royal College. And I know you're a man that don't intake anything that would have you delusional. So I had to wonder.
Well, here is.
But it was a strange score.
Yeah, it was.
But I don't think we've had any major upsets.
No, there have been no major upsets, I think,
I
so
mean, you
far.
could point to the East Mokarapo St. Anthony's as a maybe, but St. Anthony's have not been...
Yeah, they have not played well.
Yeah, they haven't played well.
So, I mean, you know, I wasn't really surprised. Yes, I might have said St. Anthony's might have been slight favourites. But other than that, there hasn't been any real alarms for any of the more established teams.
Yeah. It's maybe a sign, Colin, that of course the divide between the Premiership and the Championship is maybe widening. Of course, we saw St. Mary's go out to Malik, and that's a team that dominated the North Zone of the Championship with some big scorelines, and they couldn't get it going against Malik, who at the end you have to say were quite comfortable in their victory against St. Mary's College. They even had Tiny Mike scoring a couple goals, or a tiny striker for Malik.
Yeah. Well, we're into added on time now. We've played the 45 minutes, and the referee Williams has given 1 minute of added on time. Real tussle in the middle of the field.
And you'd have to think that Arima North has won most of them.
Yeah.
And that's why the score is 0-0.
Well, Seals coming back to get it.
Especially this man on the ball. He's a real battler, isn't he?
Yep.
He's offside.
So Diaz comes and takes it. And it's going to be the half here as the referee Williams blows the whistle to indicate he's played the 1 minute of added on time. And it's goalless here at the half. We had a penalty miss from Arima North. Outside of that, it's been very little goal mouth action. It's been a lot of midfield play here between these two teams. They're both very well coached, they're both very well organized, and both strong defensively. So that's the situation. It's half time here at the Larry Gomes Stadium, and at the half, Arima North 0, El Dorado East 0. It's a deadlock here. We'll take a break and come back.
I'll let you watch the highlights. Linda, you could watch the highlights from there, right?
Not the camera. The conversation.
Well, welcome back here to the Larry Gomes Stadium. It's the quarterfinal number 2 between Arima North and El Dorado East. It's goalless at the moment at the half, and really and truly, let's have a look at the highlights. And the referee Williams indicating that this game has started, and Thomas was the first man there, sending that ball nicely across. The shot came from Durity, and there was Blake diving to his right and just pushing it wide, and El Dorado came into their own. This is Chai Hong getting past this man, and the ball saved by the keeper, and long ball played forward, and the shot way over the bar didn't trouble the Arima North keeper. And this was Votor. This was one of the moments that Arima North should have scored. A penalty awarded. There was referee Williams right on spot. The penalty was kicked by Votor. It was saved by the keeper and put into the back of the net by Durity, but he was called for encroaching, and it means that it's now it's going to be, it was a free kick, and the goal was not awarded. So that was the end of the first half. Let's have a look at the stats.
Well, of course, the numbers speak to you here. Low in category. Arima North, 1 shot, none on target. 2 shots by El Dorado East secondary, none of those on target. 9 fouls collectively. Arima North responsible for 3 of those. El Dorado East secondary for 6. No cards in the game, whether it be yellow or red. 1 offside to Arima North secondary. 2 corners to Arima North secondary, none to El Dorado East, and 0 saves so far. 0-0, a game that has been a midfield battle so far, and of course second half hopefully we see more goal mouth action. Now let's take you down to Hans Devines.
Joined on the pitch right now by Wilfred Edwards, El Dorado trainer / manager, and even a teacher. From looking at the first half, what needs improvement and what is satisfactory?
Well, basically the boys did what we would have asked them to do in most cases, right? We would have finished the game at least the first half. It's even. Right. Basically what we would like to see is some of the players in the midfield, like Brenton, pass off the ball a little earlier on, right, and create chances for the wingers. But basically we're able to finish the first half even with Arima. Any strategic changes in terms of formation or substitutions? I don't think so, but the coaches will determine that in the halftime. But I think we would have achieved most of the goals that we would have set off for the first half. And talk to me about the penalty. Well, our goalkeeper is right now training with the national team, Jaheim Blake. I believe that he could have done it, and he did a great save, and he has us where we are right now. Thank you very much, Coach. All the best in the second half. And El Dorado East Secondary School, again competing against Arima North Secondary School. We're joined right now by the assistant coach, Lyndon Emmons. Same question, what needs improvement and what is satisfactory from the first half?
Well, what needs improvement is the spacing from the midfield to the defense. We just need to get a little more compact, and on the offensive side, a little more patience. That's it.
In any game, any situation, there are 2 sides. We got the El Dorado side. In terms of Arima North, tell me about the penalty.
The referee called it as it is. It was a pen.
No, we're not talking about the actual call. We're talking about the save, the fact that the shot was actually saved.
Well, it happens, you know. Daniel normally puts away those in training. He didn't today, but we had to forget that and move on.
Okay, complete strategy moving into the second half.
Just patience, a little more patience.
Just patience.
Yeah, a little more patience.
Thank you very much, assistant coach for Arima North Secondary, Lyndon Emmons. Well, at halftime, the score at the Larry Gomes Stadium inside our second quarterfinal in the Coca-Cola Intercol East Zone. Arima North and El Dorado East, just as we started, 0-0.
Stadium. We're at the half, and as you see, just some of the Arima North players just warming up there and doing their halftime drills. But other than that, it's we're waiting on the teams to come out from the dressing rooms, and once the teams come out, then we're in a better position to see what's going to happen in this second half, because so far, Brent, it's been listless first half. A lot of midfield play. We've had some goal mouth action. Votor, for example, getting the penalty, but and then Thomas making a nice run up the right side. But other than that, they've not been. I think Chai Hong had a nice run to the byline, squared it back. But other than that, it's both teams. I think both defenses have been good, and they're cancelling each other out.
Yeah, I was paying particular attention to, of course, the assistant coach of Arima North Secondary, and of course he talked about the spacing and being a bit more compact, and he also talked about being a bit more composed, and I'd have to agree with him. The composure side of it offensively, I think, has really let Arima North down, because with that composure comes proper passing, which will of course unleash that man Thomas on the right hand side, and who I think is a danger. I do believe for Arima North to be successful, they're going to have to get the ball wide and often as possible, and in particular to that man Thomas out on the right hand side, who's already shown that he has a clean pair of heels, and he also has a bag full of trickery to go with it, and every time he's gotten the ball he's looked dangerous.
Yeah, what about El Dorado? Because they're playing with one man up front in Delicia, and a lot of midfield play. They've got some talented midfielders. You look at Ceres, Castle and Hinkson in the midfield, but they're playing with just one man up front.
Yeah.
They're playing with Dyer wide and Chai Hong wide, but they haven't really looked dangerous getting into the box.
Yeah, and I think with all the good industry that they've shown in the middle of the park, when they do pick the ball up in transition, they have to be a lot better, A, Colin, in their decision making, and then B, in their execution of that decision. That has really let them down. We've not seen when they do win the ball, when they do find, of course, Arima themselves going up transition from offense to defense, and they've caught them with space in behind, they've not been able to execute properly. How many times have we seen a pass that should be going to Chayong going, of course, errant or stray or mishit or underhit?
Yeah,
and I think if they're able to do that in particular, clean that aspect of it up, I think they'll do well.
Well, here we go for the start of the second half, and let's hope that we get some goals. This is Castle looking to play a 1-2 there with Hinkson, but it's one in the middle by Votor, and it's regained here by Hinkson. He plays it wide, looking for Dyer. That's good playing on the part of Gomez.
I'm just amazed at Hinkson, Colin. I'm looking at him, sorry to cut you, but he's already won the ball back on 3 occasions.
Yes. Well, here's Dyer, confronted by Gomez.
That should be a corner, I think, if it
should be.
Goods out, but
no, the referee is saying it's a goal kick, and I thought it came off of Gomez last, but referee Williams is in a much closer position than we are, and he's awarded the goal kick. So a goal kick for Arima North. So we're just starting the second half, and if you're now joining us here, it's goalless between Arima North and El Dorado East. The first game ended in a 9-1 mauling for Trinity East against Five Rivers. And I think it's 4-0 Sour North leading in their game against Valencia, is it?
Holy Cross.
No, Holy Cross, yes.
Yeah.
St. Augustine, I think, is playing Valencia.
So
and
it's 3-all.
Yeah.
It was the last time we checked.
Yeah.
I tell you what, it will be an exclamation mark on St. Augustine's season if they are to lose to Valencia. Yeah, it's really been a poor season for them. Of course, we saw them on Sportsmax against St. Anthony's College, and we just couldn't understand that it just didn't go well for them at all. Well, a lot of it was down to the fact I know the coach talked about a young team, and I know it didn't fit well with you.
No,
Colin.
it didn't. It really didn't. You can't come into a tournament, a Premier Division, and talk about a young team and a development team. I'm sorry. You know, you should have been developing since under 14 level.
You're correct.
You know, and
but a lot of coaches have said that in their interviews, that this year is a young team. We're in a transitional stage. We're developing. But you're right. If you do, I mean,
you see, my point is, how come St. Benedict's and Fatima?
Well, there you go.
And Sawa, you know, what have they done differently?
Wow. They've not gone through the transitional stage or development stage. They were ready. And you're right. When you have a competition of this magnitude, your preparation don't start in August.
Yeah, that's right.
And it doesn't start in July. I know for most programs it starts from the minute the last season's finished. I know the excuse of the pandemic is going to fall right into play, but you just have to be ready, really and truly.
Well, it's going to be a throw for Arima North with Gomez. This is Thomas. Oh,
yeah,
he goes. There he goes. There he goes. He's got he keeps going, but I think he's pushed that one a little too far. That's a good call, I thought, from the referee.
Yeah, it's a good
he
call.
Was being tugged. But that's the danger with this man. If you give him some room and you back off of him, he's going to push that ball, and he's got a clean pair of heels, as you rightly said.
And good bit of skill here.
Yeah.
Touching it by his man. But look how many light blue shirts are in and around him. And I'm very sure that's a ploy by El Dorado to make sure that they don't give him the real estate that he is asking for to take off and leave them in the dust and create something. They do have to keep shackles on him.
But Gomez with the free kick, chips it in field, it's headed away. And this is Dyer, long ball again. Delicia is all by himself.
Doesn't have the pace, Colin, to get in there.
Yeah, it's all by himself, and that's the thing. When El Dorado look forward, it's just got Delicia. And if you're going to play Brent with one man up front, it means the rest of the midfield
support has to come.
Yeah,
it has
got
to
come quickly.
Yeah.
And it hasn't been happening.
Yeah, and I think they've spent a lot of their time trying to nullify Arima North and not necessarily trying to get numbers up front to support the least. And you just feel, Colin, if they get that balance right, it might be a difficult and sticky scenario for Arima North.
I tell you what, I would like to see them eventually put on a second striker. And,
well, then they would mean numerically losing a number in the middle of the park.
Yeah, they will. They will have to do that. But you know, it's this. You've got to after a while put caution to the wind and say to yourself, look, I've got to try to put them under pressure and get some support for Delicia. But they're playing with let's see. I'm looking to see who is the midfielder that is. Maybe it's Castle, the man who is not pushing forward, and I think he's a very talented player. To me, he seems to be playing that defensive midfielder.
Yeah.
Push him a little up front, or push him a little forward. You got, if you're not going to go with the two strikers, then get him closer.
Well, I listened to the comments of the physio / manager / coach of course El Dorado, and he said they were very happy to be at 0-0 at the half.
Well, you see,
so
that's
maybe that's why they've not pushed and thrown caution to the wind.
So they're playing here. They're happy with that, looking to counter attack with long balls up to Delicia and hope that they get the break.
Well, you're not going to, because you're having a situation where it's 1v3, sometimes 1v4. One thing is evident with Arima North, Colin, their fullbacks are not pushing high.
No, they are not.
And the reason for it, because of the pace of that man there, Thomas. They're trying to have him advance and high and in isolated positions. And when you look at the wing backs of Arima North, they've stayed at home.
Well, here's Karen Bukas, one of the wing backs for El Dorado. So Sawa North leading by 4-0. I would think Larry Noel 2 and Lindell Sween 2. That's my guess.
That sounds like a very good projection there, Colin. Do you now have the playway numbers for me, please?
Here is the shot coming there. Who was that? It looks like Seals. Yeah, it is Seals. He was all by himself and he took a little too long. St. Augustine taking the lead against Valencia by 4-3. That's probably a very entertaining match, Brent.
Sounds like a tranquil QRC in the east of Trinidad.
Here's Gomez with a long ball looking for Votor. It's picked up by Castle.
That's a good ball. That's a good ball.
So you see Castle there, Brent. He's playing that defensive midfield.
You'd like to see him doing higher up the park.
Yeah, I would love to see him do higher up the park. This is going to be a throw as the man Delicia looking to come in field with it. He wins a throw. It's about Castle. So he's gone in an advanced position now and he gets the free kick. So every now and again he goes in an advanced position and creates something. Here he's got a free kick for his team.
Yeah, it's a good bit of skill there. Eventually being tripped to stop his progress. Now can Arima North get El Dorado get something out of this?
So the free kick is going to be taken. It looks like Castle seems to be still there, is he? No, he's moved away. And sent in field with some power, or some pace I should say, more than power. And eventually a side-footed shot coming from Ceres. And it took a deflection, so they've got a corner.
It didn't look convincing there, Diaz, with that punch.
No, he didn't, and it came across the face of the goal. It
did come with pace, but
still with pace, not power, but more pace.
But I still felt he could have gotten a bit more on that.
Yes,
and he certainly didn't look convincing at all.
So it's going to be a right-sided corner, and the man going across to take the corner, let's see, is Short, one of the central defenders, who in fact was part of that free kick. It's not a bad corner, and Diaz again fumbles with it, but he gets away. He should have held on to that. You have to say that Diaz looks a little bit shaky at the moment, as El Dorado looking to come forward again. Ceres gets it to Castle. He loses out.
Place. Yeah, he can't do that there. This could be problems.
But Thomas is after it. He is quick. But across, that's good defending.
Tough defending.
Yeah, Tuckett. Tuckett had some pace as well.
Yeah, well, look, he surprised me because I thought there was only one winner in that. It looked like a Usain Bolt versus Colin Murray there.
No comment. There is long ball played forward.
Was there a hint, Colin, that ball with Diaz, did it cross the line?
Well,
I'm not sure if we could get a replay again of that.
Probably get a replay, but there was no real appeals from the El Dorado East players.
This is dangerous. This is very dangerous.
This is Delicia. Still Delicia trying to worm his way through. He had Chai Hong there that he may have slipped it to him. Let's have a look at that corner.
We got an excellent view of it. Diaz making a meal of it. Does it cross the line? No. Close. Very close. There is again, Colin.
You have to say good defending by Jones.
Excellent defending, because it was going over the line, that's for sure. He's offside.
Yep. So an offside for Delicia.
So another look at it here. He's just standing in an offside position. Took a little longer to get back than he should. Now, as we get into the 57th minute of this one, Colin, I'm just wondering if Arima North is going to make either A, a personnel change, or B, the tactical change that I talked about at the half. Because
we're not sure what's. I think they're leaving it for a while, Brent. I think both teams are going to leave the thing as is, the game as is, until maybe the 70th minute or so, and then decide where they're going in the last 20 minutes. But nothing has really changed, has it?
Yeah, it hasn't, and they still haven't been able, of course, to get their wing players into the positions that they need to be. My concern, Colin, for as we take another look here with Diaz being stepped on, it looks like, and his fingers, we hope he's okay. But my concern, as I was saying, is the longer this goes on, it suits El Dorado.
Yeah.
It certainly does, because they're growing in confidence, they're growing in purpose, and they're certainly growing in understanding their task more and more. And Arima North coming into this one as favourites, of course winners of the championship division in the East Zone, certainly are starting to lose their grip on the game as time goes on. So you talk about the changes, maybe the changes will come too late to make that swing back into Arima North's favour.
That's very true at the moment. Well, it's Gomez in possession.
Yeah, this has been errant. They've tried a couple of times now to play out to the back, and it's been very errant. Again, it has to go to Thomas, and I'm looking at Thomas's position. He's inside and not on the line itself to give himself the width.
It's a free kick for El Dorado. So Stewart with the free kick. Headed away by, looks to be Seals, who's gone back in that defensive position. But it's picked up again. El Dorado come forward through Castle. Does very well, but couldn't keep it in. Thought for a moment he kept it in.
He did as well.
And you said if again, when he comes forward, Grant, he looks such a good player. The thing is, El Dorado is going to play in the championship division next year again, Brent. And they've got some really talented players.
Well, you're looking at this contest, and of course, both teams met during the championship season, and El Dorado is given as good as they get. And we've seen some other teams, of course, that are in the championship division, and even, Colin, in the premiership division. I may even say to you that I think El Dorado versus St. Augustine would be an interesting game.
That's right. A very interesting game. So some of the supporters starting a chant. Not too sure which team they're chanting for. But Thomas couldn't keep it in. It's going to be a throw. So is that El Dorado support? Is that Arima support, Brent?
It sounds through the screeching to be El Dorado support.
It's going to be a throw for Arima North.
It's not the trained voices that we're used to, Colin. Well, you're used to.
Me? Okay. We've just played about an hour, and still we await the first goal here. See, Arima North very likely are going to make a substitution, but we'll have to wait and see who he comes in for and what is the change.
Yeah, it needs a change. I thought we may have seen it at the half, but as you rightfully mentioned, they're probably waiting on the last 20 or so minutes.
Actually, it's El Dorado's looking to make the change, not Arima North.
Yeah, but I thought Arima North would have made a change of some sort.
Would you think that Lyndon Andrews is happy the way things are going? But
well, he stood and he's been given a lot of instructions from the sideline, and I don't think necessarily, Colin, it's solely down to a tactical change. I think some of his charges they've just not given him the same sort of effort that Arima North has given. And I think it's down to, we talked about it in the first game, sometimes it comes down to, of course, the effort given.
That's right. So So there is some of the parents trying to lift their team as Arima North with Jurity. Couldn't keep it, and it's won back here by Karen Bukas. Stewart with that long ball forward. There's a chance, but the cross wasn't all that good. But he regains possession. That is Chai Hong regaining possession, but you would have thought he would have put in a better cross. He was looking for Delicia.
Yeah.
He's only had one man to aim at in Delicia, and the cross wasn't all that good.
I thought he would have probably been better served trying to take his opponent on. That's late.
Thomas can't
It's going to
keep
be
it.
a foul, yeah. It's going to be a card as well. I'll be very surprised.
Yes, I think he's reached to his bucket.
Yeah.
Is it Karen Bokas? Let's see. Yes, it is Karen Bokas. Tyrese Karen Bokas getting the card. That was very late.
Yeah. That's
Whoa! And there is the yellow card for Karen Bokas.
that is the bus that's of course supposed to pick you up in Arima at 7, and it's still in Grandy at 9 o'clock.
There is the header, but not well directed. And this is Thomas. Looks to play it in field again. Both times the ball was blocked by Stewart, and it's going to be all right. He should have done better, though. He should have got it across.
He had the time
Yeah.
to make the cross, or to make the right decision, or execute in the right way. And it has to be noted, Colin, that you just feel that any success that Arima North is to get has to go through Thomas. He's the key to success.
Yeah. Well, here is the corner. Right-sided corner taken by
Could be trouble.
Jones.
It's well headed by Delise. Thomas again.
Eventually clearing away. It's going to be a throw for Arima North.
This is starting to look good for Arima North. A little moment of sustained pressure.
See a substitution for El Dorado. It looks like Jaden Blake. So yet another Blake coming onto the field. So Jaheim Blake is the brother. Well, I'm not sure he's his brother, but the man looking to come on is Jaden Blake. So there is number 11, Jaden Blake, coming on, and we'll have to wait and see who he's come on for.
Looks like it could be Serres.
Serres? Yes, it is Serres. Yes, he's gone over to the far side.
Well, you may get your wish, Colin. It may be a situation of pushing one of those midfielders a bit more advanced.
Yeah, there is Serres sitting.
He's done well today.
Yeah, he's done well.
Yeah.
So Blake, the number 11, is onto the field. That's Jaden Blake. There was the confirmation of that substitution.
Well, it looks like it means now that Hinkson is going out left and not playing necessarily in a central role, as the adjustments are still happening.
Yeah.
But
we haven't seen any substitutes yet from Arima North.
which is surprising, especially coming into this one as favourites. I thought they may want to change things a bit.
This is Castle. He's another one, excites you when he gets on the ball. Trying to do a little too much now. Gomez wins it, but he gets it back from Gomez. In fact, Gomez not able to control it, so the throw quickly taken. Castle with the long ball, searching ball there on the far side, looking for Chai Hong. Headed away. This is Votor, but he's played that out. It's going to be a throw for El Dorado East. See another substitution. It's the number 15 player, Keyshawn Lashley. And he's come on for Karen Bokas. So Keyshawn Lashley for Karen Bokas. So Karen Bokas, in fact, was the man who picked up that yellow, the only yellow card of this game. But here's the substitute, Lashley. Sends the ball across nicely. Delicia can't control it. Sent downfield to Castle. He can't control it. And Arima North come away with it. This is Thomas. But Lashley, who has now come on the field, has done well. Done extremely well. Gets it back towards Stewart. Lashley tries to turn with it, but good strong challenge coming in from Noriega. Lashley gives it away, but it goes to Delicia. He can't control it. He tried to turn
before he had the ball.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Tried to turn, he didn't have the ball. So it's going to be a throw for El Dorado North. They've seemed to come into the game a little bit more
and
with the substitutions.
Right, and they're pushing more numbers forward.
Yeah,
that's why.
That's right.
Exactly what you called for. And exactly around the timing that she said it would happen. Told you, Colin, I need the playway numbers, the national lottery numbers.
That's too small for you, Brent. If I give you those numbers and you win, you'll stoop at the kind of money. Here's a cross ball coming in. Ooh,
oh boy, I tell you.
So easily. I've been an inflection there by Ramdial Singh, and luckily it went straight into the arms of the goalkeeper.
You've got to talk.
Yep. Lashley and Stewart, they're just clashing. Castle does well, heads it on. And headed it on there towards Blake. And this is the ball played on that far side from Dyer to Chai Hong.
This is where you want to be.
Back to Dyer. Does he get it? No, he gets a free kick actually. So Chai Hong gets the free kick.
They've not made a change after Arima North.
No, and we're coming up to 70 minutes in this game, and they still have not made a change. And El Dorado is making yet another substitution. Cameron Gulston is the man going on. And the man coming off, is it Hinkson?
Yeah, Hinkson's come. I'm surprised.
Yeah. Well, some fresh legs again.
Yeah, he's worked very, very hard. That's a good ball.
Keeper in trouble. He does well. He's held on to this one. He was a little shaky the last time, but he gives it away.
That's a poor pass.
They get away with it. This is Lashley. Gomez does well. Sends it to Seals, and in fact that is a good ball forward there, sent through by Jurity, but it's cleared back upfield, and Arima North have a throw. This is Seals looking to get it to Jurity, but he does well, comes forward with it, eventually loses out. Arima North just can't get hold of the ball. This is a good ball looking for Delicia, intercepted by Gomez. Gets to Noriega. Noriega playing that ball to Torres, and eventually it goes out. It's going to be a throw for El Dorado North. Still, we see no substitution for Arima North.
It also has to be noted, Colin, that I think for the game to change for Arima North, it would need a particular type of substitute. As I said, I'm not fully convinced that it's just a tactical change. I think personnel as well is very key, and you just have to wonder, does he have that type of personnel on the bench that could make that change?
That's correct. Here's Castle looking to get it up the line towards the man who came on as a substitute in Gulston.
And San Juan, 6 goals to the good.
Well, is that 3? It's 3 for Noel and 3 for Sween.
Well, it's only fair to share it that way.
There is Castle, just you could see him. The shot comes just going wide, and the keeper, what was he doing? Because that ball was way from the goal post. I would think a good few meters away from the goal, and he was looking to dive to punch it away. Couldn't understand that.
I'm not sure what he's doing there in that moment.
Look at where he is.
Well, if that was the definition of making sure of things are sure, then it is.
Then then okay, I can live with that one. Here is Votor. Thomas.
This is where he's dangerous.
This is giving it back to Votor. He's looking for some assistance in the middle of the field. The shot comes from Durity, just one bounce in front of the keeper, and of course Blake is the keeper for El Dorado, and he's looked very assured, hasn't he?
Yeah, of course, part of the national under-17 pool.
Castle turns with it.
Easy candidate for man of the match, Colin.
Oh yeah, no doubt. That's Dyer getting it to Chai Hong. Sends the ball across, but it's cleared away. Flicked on. Offside. No! This is Delicia! Oh my word, is he fouled?
Good save eventually, Colin. Good save by the goalkeeper.
Yeah, he did well.
He was alert. And I tell you, if he didn't get off the line quickly, tell you what, this game has started to heat up a bit.
Well, we're into the last 15 minutes. Let's have a look at that replay, Brent. I thought he might have been brought down. You didn't get so excited, so let's have a look.
Yeah, it's a good ball across the goal, originally cleared. And a touch here, once the ball is placed back into the box, outside the foot. He won this one right here. I thought he would have shot, but the goalkeeper, give him credit. He came out, made himself big, and of course snuffed out any danger. And you started to feel, Colin, if there's any team to score, it might be the boys, the Blue Thunder.
Yeah, the Blue Thunder. They've got a corner. And substitution finally for Arima North.
Seals out, Ayers in.
Ayers in.
Well, I'm looking to see where Ayers is placed.
Yes, I'm looking to see where he has gone, because Seals was playing wide on the left.
Yeah, he's looked like it's a straight, he's going straight into the middle of the park.
So it means that they're not playing with the wide man on that left side, which is surprising. That's a good turn from Castle, but he gives it away. Oh, that's a bad mistake. This is, let's see, the man who was come on as a substitute, Gulston. Gulston still in possession. He's trying to do too much, but he had 2 or 3 Arima North players around him, and he was just trying to do a little too much. Free kick.
There's certainly signs of belief creeping into Arima North. Sorry, into El Dorado. Arima North coming into this one as favorites. But certainly El Dorado have given a very good account of themselves.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Here is the free kick.
I'm a bit surprised at going for it from this far out.
Well, Gulston is there. And it's Castle? No, it's Gulston. And it hits the wall. Sends it over onto that far side, but the only player there heads it away is in fact Jurity. This is Delicia trying to lay it back for Castle. Goes wide to Gulston. He scores for goal. That's not the option.
That's a poor option.
He had two players inside. See another substitution for Arima North. But let's have a look at this.
Yeah, he's got it with acres of space out there, and
it's always going to go wide.
That sums it up in itself.
Yeah. Let's see who is making his way off. Is it Torres? It seems to be Torres. Yeah. And the man going onto the field is Cruikshank. So
he's gone wide. He's gone into the right back position.
So and where has Gomez gone to?
He's gone inside.
Yeah, Gomez has gone inside.
So it looks like a reshuffle in the middle of the park. It's an area that they've lost today, the middle of the park. They've been, of course, second to every single spilled ball or second balls that coming off, and even some of the first ones as well. They've lost those battles as well. So they need to redrink, and that's poor.
Yeah, Jurity looking to play that ball on the far side.
And they've had those sorts of moments today.
Well, that's a high boot. It's going to be a free kick for Arima North. Oh, and that's a yellow card. Give him a yellow card given to Dyer. So the second yellow card of the game. Yes, his boot was high, but I certainly didn't think it was dangerous play. But however, here comes Arima North. Castle comes off of his. Luckily, there was nobody
it wasn't Thomas
in front of him.
There wasn't Thomas in the area.
An attacking position, yeah. It's the kick sent upfield, headed away by Cruikshank. Came on as a substitute. And this is Votor doing well. He turns nicely with it. And the shot comes just over the bar. It's just confirmation of that yellow card.
It looked like he's been looking for that sort of opportunity all afternoon, Vitor. Finally carves out an inch or so to take a shot. And with that big right foot just over the bar. But he hasn't had those sorts of opportunities for most of the game.
It's Nyron Dyer, the man who picked up that yellow card. That was on the confirmation of that. This was on the screen a little earlier. We're in the final 10 minutes of this game. Can we get a winner? The shot comes, goes wide.
Yeah, I think there were better options. Certainly.
Yes, there was Ayers, the man who's come on as a substitute, taking that shot. So El Dorado building from the back again. Look at Castle. He's in a central defensive position. That's not on. Well, here is Votor. Thomas getting ahead of him.
He should have passed it.
Oh yeah. It's well won by Lashley, but they regain possession, and eventually it's sent upfield. But it's played back towards Jones. Away goes Delicia, but it's too far ahead of him.
It's too much.
And it's going to be a throw for
starting
Arima.
To look like kicks from the spots more and more.
Yes, it is.
As we climbing up to the 90-minute mark.
Thomas there trying to get it to Gomez. Gomez did intercept, but it came off of him. So let's have a look, Brent, at the Sportsmax app moment of this game so far. And of course it was the penalty save by Blake. Brilliant save. And he was going one way and had to stick out his legs and stop it from going into the goal. So that is our Sportsmax app moment. The brilliant save by the goalkeeper for El Dorado, Jahim Blake.
It's the reason why we are still goalless.
That's right.
It's a good save. Of course, a young man who's now part of that pool of national footballers have been called by Coach Cooper at the under-17 level. I'm sure that save has done his chances quite good.
Oh yeah, no doubt. But here's Drury looking to get it to Thomas, and out comes Blake. That's
Excellent.
very well.
Very good goalkeeping.
Yep. There's no doubt about it. He read it well.
Yeah. He had to be alert, and he was.
This is Lashley. So here goes Aldo, and winning the ball, but
That's well done.
it was winning the ball cleanly.
Starting to get a bit stretched now.
Lashley, Gomez wins it. Banged up.
I tell you what, if someone doesn't take claim of this,
that ball was banged up field by Blake. Jaden Blake. So we're just coming up to 84 minutes, just 6 more minutes left in this game. And it's certainly, can we get a late winner, Brent?
I think it's very possible, and of course you would think that El Dorado, he seems the more likely. Not taking anything away from Arima North, but they've really grown into the match as it's gone along.
So Samoa North winning against Holy Cross by 8 goals to 0, and Sween getting a hat trick and a brace from Larry Noel. Apparently the game is still in progress, so we can get a further update on that. Interesting what has happened in St. Augustine-Valencia game. Oh, St. Augustine has come through winning 6 goals to 3. That's very, very good for St. Augustine. Will do their confidence the world of good.
Yeah, scoring 6 goals.
Here is Castle.
He's been very good.
Yeah.
He's been really good.
Thought he tried to do a little too much there, but he gets the free kick. Because a little bit of a tug on him. So is it going to be Stewart? Is it? Sends it to the header, goes up, but it's just wide. Never really got over it. Was Gulston was a good free kick taken by Stewart, and
yeah, well flighted.
yeah,
And there was enough there. The jump was good, but the execution, Colin, really wasn't
bad. Yeah,
you need to, of course, arch the back to generate the power, and of course get the neck muscles tight, nice and tight, to make sure that you could put it into the area you wanted to go into.
this is Ramdial Singh.
That's a good ball.
He's making that run, going down that right side is Noriega. So
well
that's a good
defended.
tackle. Wins it is Lashley. So it's going to be a right-sided corner for Arima North. Gomez is going to take his time to take this corner. See, the referee is going to have a word with two of the players. Obviously some sort of pushing going on in the box between Votor and is it Stewart? Is the referee having a word with the both players? Votor is one, and the other player looks to be Tuckett, who he's had a word with. So here comes the corner. The heads go up. Tuckett clears it.
Got to finish.
Yeah. Never got it really. It comes back out to Gomez. He keeps it in play.
Touch.
That time, not a good touch. And Castle coming away with it. Gets it forward.
He should have
This
passed
is
it.
Gulston. Gulston.
Yeah.
Still, Gulston going, and he brings down his man.
Yeah,
It's going to be a free kick.
it's a wrong decision.
He should have passed it.
Yeah, there's a player open out on the right-hand side, and again another poor decision there by the substitute. It just needed to be a pass into space, and he may have received the return in the box.
That's right. He could have done.
There it is again. Look at the top of the screen where there's a player there. There he is ahead.
Yeah, he should have
switched
long
the
ball
play.
forward. Yeah, switch the play. But here it goes El Dorado again. Long ball going forward. The keeper comes. Oh, he
Spills it. Can he
Gulston.
finish?
Oh my word, Gulston! You had the chance of the match. The goalkeeper has come out. He spilt it, and Gulston, would you believe it? He went with the left foot and couldn't put it away. Nice ball chipped forward. The keeper came.
And it spills out here. Colin, he just had to take his time.
Yeah.
Really.
Should he have gone right foot, Brent?
He could have gone in,
Yeah.
feel with it, and placed it in the goal because the keeper was out of the game.
It was only Ramdial Singh there. And the El Dorado fans are really in full voice now. But they should have had that. They should have scored. Gulston. Cameron Gulston. He's missed the chance of the match. So we're coming up to 90 minutes. We've got just about 40 seconds left, and then we understand that there's 3 minutes of added on time, and El Dorado making another substitution. Daquan Smith is the man coming on, and we'll wait and see who is the man coming off.
Well, unless something miraculous happens, it looks like we are destined to penalty kicks.
Yes, it seems to be Chai Hong coming off. There is the goalkeeper. He's lived a charmed life, hasn't he? I've seen worse goal. I've seen better goalkeeping than this, Brent, and goals have scored. He's really lived a charmed life. There is the confirmation of the substitution, Daquan Smith for Yanis Chai Hong. Gomez. Ramdial Singh sends that ball right across the goal.
Boy.
This could be problems here. Oh, the man who's come on as a substitute.
Yeah, he's got to
in
pass
Smith.
or shoot.
Yep, he had to
He did
shoot.
neither.
All of a sudden, Arima North are under some serious pressure. Can't keep it in. It's going to be a throw. So we've played the 90 minutes. We are into the 3 minutes of added on time. Yet, to see a goal here at the Larry Gomes Stadium.
Well, if El Dorado don't go away with the W here today, they only have themselves to blame, really. They've had the chances. Of course, you have to take things in context. Arima North missing a penalty in the first half, but of course, the El Dorado have had some very, very good chances.
Oh, they have. Here's Jurati.
He needs to get it forward. He needs to get it forward.
Gets it to Cruikshank.
That's a poor kick.
It's won by Castle. Castle's coming forward with it. This could be danger. He has the shot. Oh my word! Just over the bar. Well, I tell you, I've been begging for this young man to go
To move
forward
forward,
more
yeah.
with the ball. He looks so dangerous, and
Well, he
shrugged off the tackle of Gomez.
Yeah, he shrugs off the tackle, gets acres of space, pure laces, and it's not far at all. Just creeping over the bar. I think
you.
Colin, he could have advanced a bit more as well.
He could have.
But he decided to, of course, pull the trigger very early. That was a chance there, Colin.
Castle again sends out nice ball forward, chipping it, looking for that man Smith who has come on, but it's picked up by Jones. And Arima North finally settling down here nicely with it. It's Durity, gets it to Cruikshank. He's playing it back in field. That's a good turn. A little bit of a pull, but the referee is allowing play to continue as Gomez coming forward with it. Sends it down to Norega.
He's got to take his time.
Headed away by the man there in the middle. And it's going to be a throw for Arima North. Lashley was the man who got that last header. So
I think Gomez as well, Colin, for Arima North.
Yeah, he's had a good game, hasn't he?
if he's in a position a bit more advanced and get a shot, you think it'd be trouble.
Well, he started at right back, and there is the final whistle, and neither of these two teams can be separated after 90 minutes. It's a goalless situation here between Arima North and El Dorado East. Neither team could score. They both had their chances, and so it's ended up goalless here between these two teams.
Well, you would have to think, Colin, that Blake already having one save from the penalty spot might be favoured in this contest, but as I said, it's been that type of game, very nervy, tight game, and although El Dorado East being the underdogs in it, they certainly look like the one finishing stronger.
Yeah, it's a goalless at the full time. Arima North 0. We never thought that would happen. We felt that there would be some sort of goals here, but at the end of it, it's goalless here. It's getting dark. They need to get on to these penalty kicks quickly. The two captains with the referee now just taking the toss to decide who will go first.
You have to think that the momentum is with El Dorado. Yeah.
They finished strongly, didn't they?
Finished strongly. Of course, the keeper had a save from the penalty spot, and they'll be buoyed by what they have been able to do so far.
And the substitutions, I think, made a huge difference to the El Dorado team. You see the referees in discussion with the match commissioner. So it's going to be interesting who will kick first. So the referee and the assistant referee are calling the teams together. And Isaiah Diaz is the keeper for Arima North, and we have to admit he's not had the best afternoon. But can he be the hero, Brent? It always things like that happen. There goes Diaz. He's not had a good afternoon, but he can certainly come up the hero.
Of course he can, and this is what the Coca-Cola Intercol is all about, really.
So El Dorado will be kicking first. And is that an advantage, Brent, when you kick first and you score, you put the team kicking second
if you
under
score,
pressure?
yeah, if you
well,
score.
If you score, that's right.
If you do score, yeah, it does. It's
Okay, so we have El Dorado, Dyer, Castle, Gulston, Blake. They are. But we'll look at the kickers as they go forward. Arima North, Noriega, Votor, Gomez, Jones and Jurity. So let's see, El Dorado is going to kick first, and the man going forward is Dyer. Nyron Dyer is the first man going forward to kick. So it's Dyer against Diaz. So here is Dyer against Diaz. He's put it in the net.
It's a good penalty.
Excellent penalty. So Dyer has scored the first penalty.
It's good placement by Dyer. Confident strike into the side of the net. The substitute punches the ground. It's a good confident start by El Dorado. We did say, of course, that the momentum seemed to have gone their way.
And looks to be Noriega. Malachi Noriega against Blake. Here goes into the back of the net. That's another good penalty.
Excellent. Excellent. Laces through the ball, sends the keeper the wrong way. Laces conviction and a good strike. And of course, the staff and players on the bench appreciative of that one.
Well, it's Daquan Smith, the man coming up to kick the second penalty. He came on as a very late substitute, Brent, and it's obvious he's been put on
for this reason.
Yeah. Well, here is Smith against Diaz. Oh, and it's gone over.
It's a good save.
Well,
it's a good save.
It is a good save. And we did say he can be the hero. Diaz, he didn't have a good first 90 minutes. But Daquan Smith, the man who came on to kick the penalty, he's missed it.
Well, it wasn't the best of penalties, but he still made the save. And in case it was going in, there you go, volley out of the goal. And of course, that man, Isaiah Diaz, in goal, made the save. Now, of course, Vitor missed the first time he faced Blake.
Yes, let's see what's going to happen now. Vitor against Blake. He missed in the 90 minutes. He missed in the first half. Vitor, he missed the penalty. It was saved by Blake. Is he going to put it away? He saved again! My word! Jaheim Blake, the national under-17 keeper, has come up big yet again against Vitor.
Well, he thought he could trick him and put it to the right, but Blake got that big right hand out. And of course, resulted in a save. 2 penalty saves in one game. And can there be more? Who's going to be the hero?
Well, it's Kendall Castle, the skipper of El Dorado North. Kendall Castle. He's had a great game, and he puts it away.
Yeah.
He puts it away.
No doubt.
He is such a confident young man. You just felt, Brent, when he walked up there with all the confidence he's had. Look at him. He wants to smile, but he's trying to keep a straight face. Watch at this.
Well, in the back of 2 saves comes that man. And places it into the back of the net as confident as you like. Now, of course, Arima North, here he goes. Jones, Ricardo Jones from the spot.
This is Ricardo Jones.
lot of mind games being played there, Colin.
Yep, against Blake. This is Ricardo Jones. He scored it. That's a good kick. That's an excellent kick.
Yeah, excellent.
2-all.
2-all.
After 3 kicks.
Who's going to blink here? It's a well placed and well kicked penalty by Ricardo Jones. He steps up here and tilts the body to the right, slots it home to the left using his left foot. And of course, jubilant, appreciative.
Another one who's come on as a substitute very late on, Cameron Gulston.
You would think he has to score here, Colin, to put the pressure back on Arima North.
Diaz has come up big. That didn't look like Gulston, it looked like Blake. Jaden Blake. We have it here as Gulston, but I think that's number 11 on his back, and that's Jaden Blake.
Well, that's the second substitute that's come on and placed with the responsibility of scoring the penalty kick, but not against that man in green, Diaz. What a big save by the custodian of Arima North. Critical penalty.
Here's Gomez.
Perfection.
He's banged it.
Perfection.
Arima North. And the man coming up now. Let's see.
This is the kick, Colin.
He's got to score.
This is a good kick, though. Good shot, good instep. And into the back of the net by Christian Gomez. He says, quiet.
Right.
I've got this.
Brent, this now is Cameron Gulston. The man who missed the penalty was Jaden Blake.
Right.
The one before. This is Gulston. Another substitute. Let's see. What can he do? He's got to score. Yes, he does. No.
What?
It's now 3-all. But if Arima North score here, they win.
Talk about the power behind this. Look at that. It's not much Diaz could have done with that, because it was hit with ferocity. No, the captain,
Jaden Jurity.
For the win.
Yep, for the win. If he scores, Arima North are into the semi-finals. He misses. It goes on. Here's Jurity. He does it. Arima North has won by 4-3. Heartbreak here for El Dorado North. Absolute heartbreak. But Arima North, the skipper, has put it away, and they are through. And look at the jubilation. And the El Dorado players, they are forlorn. Goalkeeper Blake is sitting down. Then some of the other players. There is the final penalty, Brent. What a kick.
What a kick of composure. A kick of victory.
With all the pressure he had.
With all the pressure on him. And of course, I think, Colin, that's your man of the match right there. Jurity. Maybe Diaz in goal.
Well, I would think, I like Gomez as well. I think Gomez has been superb. He started at right back.
Yeah, Gomez.
He went into the midfield. He took his penalty after it was Votor had missed. He went up. He was composed. I really like Gomez in terms of man of the match. But what a...
Gomez, I agree.
Now, Diaz... You know, Diaz...
Heroic in a penalty shootout. But overall,
I
Gomez,
can't...
I do agree with you there. What a massive win for Arima North. You have to feel, Colin, for El Dorado East. But they did have the opportunities. They had the chances to finish this, and they just didn't do it.
Yep.
You have to look back at the situations that they found themselves in. Of course, a confirmation of the full-time score.
4-3
and penalties.
Yep. You really have to I like the composure of Jurity, because he was under so much pressure. But he as well, Brent, just like Castle, he walked up very confidently, and you could see him saying, "Well, I'm going to put it away." There is one of the El Dorado players.
They gave it everything.
Yep, they gave it everything.
And they have absolutely nothing to be ashamed of.
Absolutely.
We know that this is an emotion that's part of sport, part and parcel of it. But they need to be proud of what they've done.
There's the player for me as well. Had El Dorado won this game, I would have given it to Castle. I thought he was absolutely brilliant.
He was top notch. And when you look back at their performance, of course, it's been outstanding.
But for us, the man of the match is Gomez, and not Diaz over the even though he saved well in the penalty shootout and he saved 2 of the kicks. I really think that Gomez, he scored his penalty. He was excellent, etc.
Well, it's really is heartbreaking for the boys, and we know this is part and parcel, of course, of knockout football, of Coca-Cola Intercol. Sometimes you do everything, you play well, and you play well enough to win, and then you lose crucially from the penalty spot. And it's one of those where they're going to look back at it. I just wonder, Colin, how much of this team is
well, here are the highlights of this game. Really a truly wonderful game, as the first shot coming to Blake, just getting his hand to that, and it goes out of play. So there is Votor. This was the penalty. He created a lot of problems. He went down. The penalty was then given.
And of course, a save and then encroachment. And that there, you thought that the fortunes for El Dorado would change. Start of the second half. Ball into the back, less than convincing from Diaz. In a spade of missed jumps and miscues by him, cleared off the line. Eventually there by Arima North, as El Dorado West started, Colin, to get more and more involved in the game.
Yes, and a shot coming, and just couldn't understand where Diaz was going.
This was a chance as well.
Yeah.
Done well, Diaz.
Yeah, he did well here, no doubt. And then the shot coming from Gulston, but would have been better served playing it. And a save there from Blake. Just going over the bar.
Spilled there by this was the chance, Colin.
Yeah, should have put it
should have put it in the back of it. Yeah.
They spill from Diaz.
And there's your man, Castle,
What a
driving
shot.
forward.
What a shot.
Blazing that over the bar. You just felt that that might have come. And of course, the end of full time meant penalty kicks.
That's right. And we had some in the penalty kicks. The save there from Diaz. That was one of 2 saves. Votor. That's a good save from Blake.
And you thought there, El Dorado was on their way. But here comes Diaz with the big hands.
Yep. Blake missed it as well. And then Jurity scoring the goal that has put Arima North into the semi-finals. And you have to say, congratulations to them. They withstood some late pressure from El Dorado East. But really and truly, you have to say that they have done well. Here is the stats.
Well, the stats says that there were 5 shots by Arima North Secondary, 3 of those on target, 6 by El Dorado East Secondary, 2 of those on target, 17 fouls altogether in this game. 7 went to Arima North Secondary and 10 went to El Dorado East. Of course, 2 cards in the game. Both of them went to El Dorado East Secondary. 2 offsides, 1 to Arima North Secondary, 1 to El Dorado Sec. 4 corners for Arima North Sec, 1 for El Dorado East Secondary, 5 saves in total, 2 to Arima North Secondary and 3 to El Dorado East Secondary. And the most important stat of all, Arima North Secondary 4, 3 goals to El Dorado East Secondary as we send it down to Hans Devines.
So nobody would disagree that the man of the match today should be Isaiah Diaz, goalkeeper of Arima North Secondary School. He's being medaled right now by Kurt Harry, who is actually the secondary school's Football League secretary of the East Zone. Our man of the match, Isaiah Diaz of Arima North Secondary School. It was definitely a game of keepers and the crowd goes wild. Isaiah, congratulations. Here is your trophy as well. Tell me about some of the saves today. What was going through your mind?
I worked very hard I like to my head coach for making me read this what I get here today.
Yeah. Well, listen. I mean, I know there's nerves, I know there's excitement, but everybody wants to know. Tell us about the goggles as well.
I just all my mom and my head coach for buying this for me. Just like to thank God.
Wow. So listen, the head coach really put in the extra work. So we say thank you to all the coaches that put in the extra work, and we say congratulations to you, Isaiah Diaz. Fantastic job today, and we look forward to more from Arima North Secondary School. We are here at the Larry Gomes Stadium. It came down to penalties today, and of course that man Isaiah Diaz, he really stood out, he showed up, and he made the difference. And as the actual team members come out to support him and give him all the blessings and love right now, we're joined by the coach of El Dorado Secondary School. Coach, tell us what you thought about the game today and your team's performance.
Well, first of all, let me congratulate the winners, Arima North. This was the third time we would have played them for the season. They beat us the first time, we drew the second time, and we came to go at them today, and I thought we did pretty well, except we didn't get the goals.
Okay.
And then it was down to penalty kicks, and it's anybody's game with the penalties. I thought the keeper saved pretty well for Arima North, so congrats to them.
How does the Blue Thunder move forward into the next season?
We have a lot of young players on the team.
Right.
So next year we shouldn't have too much rebuilding to do. And we're hoping that the few boys who will be doing CXC this year, next year, that they do well in their subjects so that we could come back and just continue from where we left off this season.
Thank you very much, Coach. Keep your head up, and we look forward to more from El Dorado East Secondary School. Right now joined by Coach for Arima North Secondary School. Tell us about the game today, your thoughts on it, and of course the performance of your keeper.
Yes, Hans. Tremendous atmosphere today. Unlucky to El Dorado. Penalty shootout. We just had the nerves and the composure to finish our spot kicks, and they made a good game today. They were super aggressive, and I must commend them for that. In terms of our performance, it's not where we usually at. For some reason, we didn't get our best performance today, but the victory was very important. So congratulations to the guys, and we could just continue to move forward from here.
Well, tell us what's up next for Arima North Secondary School.
Up next, I believe we have a date with Trinity East. Yeah, so we just go back to the drawing board, get back on the training field, do our homework, get things tightened for Trinity. They won handsomely as well today before us, and we had an opportunity to take a look at them. Okay. So we know what to expect, and we also had an encounter with them in the preseason as well too.
Interestingly enough, just getting word from the SSFL that Sawa North is actually the team that you are going to face up next. So let us know, how do you prepare for that one?
Well, that's news to me. So we just basically continue our preparation.
Yes.
Once we prepare properly, have the right mindset. Once the guys are focused, and I think once we could give a good performance and a good account of ourselves, I think anything can happen on the day. Well,
Coach, best of luck with that one, and of course best of luck in terms of the Big Five. We look forward to great things from Arima North Secondary School, and congratulations to you as well, because Isaiah Diaz really gave credit to your hard work as a coach. So thank you very much, Coach.
Okay, thanks, Hans.
Well, we get ready to bring you action as it continues inside the Coca-Cola Intercol Zonal Quarterfinals. We head to Tobago at the Dwight York Stadium for Speyside High School versus Goodwood Secondary School. It will be a doubleheader because we also get ready for Mason Hall Secondary and Roxborough Secondary School. Well, this is where we wrap it up today. On behalf of the entire Sportsmax team, we say thank you so much for watching. Today, we saw Trinity College East and Arima North Secondary School booking their places inside the Coca-Cola Intercol East Zonal Semi-Finals. We say thank you to each and every one of you for watching. We leave you with, of course, the scores from this last match. Arima North 4, El Dorado East 3. It came down to penalty kicks. We leave you with some images of today.
Fence to mop up some of the work that he would have caused.
Peralta is down, so to Mackenzie again.
Bell actually there stretching Denzel McKenzie. A great human being. Peralta there being stretched off. Matthew Hibbert on his feet. So full time in the DaCosta Cup. Quarter-final round, Clarendon College beating Central 1-0. Edwin Allen beating Dintil 1-0. Edwin Allen beating Dintil Technical 1-0. Wow.
The Clarendon teams are on fire this season. They really are. Whitfield. Leighton. Oh. You could hear the smack from here. Burkett sends it out wide. Joel Brown delivers. Oh, wonderfully done inside the box, but somehow they don't convert. Well, that was on a platter, wasn't it? It really was.
It really was. Burkett on the end of it, but he really just couldn't get any part of his body on it in a meaningful way, giving goalkeeper Bernard the opportunity to gather it. And he gathered it quite well in the end.
There is Matthew Hibbert making his way on. The season he lost his mother, and the team, they say they will come together to try and win this Manning Cup title for him and his family. I can understand this being a distraction for him at this time. Playing football, playing the game that he loves. But at the same time, he'd want to win something with meaning, and his team has decided to dedicate this season to his mother's memory. Leighton looking for Mackenzie. Safety first. It's gone out for a corner kick.
More results coming in from the Da Costa Cup quarterfinal.
Before we get there, let's talk about Whitfield's delivery inside. And it's cleared out of the box by St. George's College. Mona will take their time. Hebert trying to get into the thick of things. There's a whistle on the play. Called against Hebert.
So you're back to the Da Costa Cup.
Giving it up to Leighton. Leighton was in the right place at the right time. And in the end he lost it. And St. George's College looking to go the other way. Mona, they get it back. Whitfield on it. Does well. Heading to the byline, Whitfield. Whitfield's delivery, not bad. Not clear properly though. Mackenzie. And here's a shot that's over the top. It needed to be further out, I suspect.
Yeah.
For Thomas to really take control, for his eyes to really light up.
He prefers them further back. So quickly, yeah, the Da Costa Cup results. Manning's beating William Nib goal to nil. Manchester beating Frome a goal to nil as well. So similar results for all games, 1-0 margins. Clarendon College beating Central, Edwin Allen beating Dintil, Manchester beating Frome, and Manning's beating William Nib